Hey, Keeper here. I just thought to let you guys know, but this was a 25 and a half hour long video. Well, all of the recordings added up to that, and since I shortened it down to such a short amount of time, I was wondering if you could please like and subscribe to the channel, because it took a lot of effort to make this video. I put a ton of effort into editing it, so please, if you do enjoy, please like and subscribe. Anyways, that's it for me. Enjoy the video. Alright, so I played through the entirety of Elder Scrolls Arena, and this is pretty much what happened through the entire playthrough. So starting out, I made a guy named Dude Guy. He was cool, he was tough, but I did not know how to attack, so pretty expectantly, I died pretty darn quickly.
When you died on...
So basically, then I made a guy named Guy. And this time I actually knew how to attack. And because of that, I was able to survive, kill, and live. So that certainly helped out. Let me out! Let me out! You're locking me! Ah! Yeah, I had a bit of trouble figuring out the mechanics at first.
Who else is here? Who else is here? Who else is here? Who else is here? Oh, it's you! How the heck did you block me?
Yeah, just a bit of trouble.
Thank goodness. Okay. Ah! What the heck? What the heck? Who are you? Who are you? What the heck?
Yeah, so I basically wandered through, and at a certain point, I just ran. I was done. I was going to escape.
Let me out of here! Let me out of here! Yes! I'm free! Endurance. Up my health. Yes! Let me out! Yippee!
So yeah, I was finally out of the dungeon. Out of the prison, and I was ready to live. Of course, the city wasn't safe either.
I don't trust this. Hello there. Well. Oh! Why is there a goblin?
So yeah, starting out, I wasn't really fortunate.
Why is there a
I had a
goblin
bit
in
of
the
trouble.
dang city?
But hey,
Th-
at least I managed to survive.
This doesn't make
Ish.
sense.
Kind of.
Oh,
Not
woman!
really. Eventually, I found an inn. I got in, and I was having to get into the place to sleep because I was pretty darn hurt. So to explain that whole mess that I just sort of sped through, essentially, yeah, Jaggerthorn hid the Emperor in the Deadlands, and which is a Daedric realm, and he used the Staff of Chaos to put him there. Then he broke apart the Staff of Chaos by breaking apart Nirn as well, basically causing a rift, breaking it, and I was tasked to find it. The first one was in Fang Lair, which I learned was somewhere in Hammerfell. So I decided to run to Hammerfell, no fast traveling. Mainly because I didn't know how.
Goodness gracious.
And that's when I learned just how big the game actually was. It took a while, but I finally made it to Fang Lair. And ironically, even though the footage corrupts it here a bit, You can still tell exactly what's going on because the graphics are just that bad.
Rats. You said you're a job keeper's a piece. I'm ignoring you. Oh, it's a goblin. Oh, there's a bunch of goblins there.
Yeah. Eventually, I actually found the item, which made it a lot easier to actually get to Fang Lair. But first, I had to pick up the loot, obviously.
I could definitely use a potion of...
When I actually got to Fang Lair, I actually figured out how armor works. So it made fighting things like ghouls a lot easier. Of course, at that point I already had more of an understanding of the game's mechanics, which allowed me to actually fight properly. Of course, I was not free from committing bad
It's a spider trio. It's a spider trio. It's like a Doug trio, but worse.
Yeah, you can definitely tell my brain was dead at this point.
Excuse me, could you not paralyze me really quickly? And then miss all your other hits. As far as I know, this tunnel leads... So if I had more... Okay, so I need to go back into the... So that tunnel, I already...
Due to this game, I became quite the cartographer, as you can see.
No, it's around the altar and goes there. I think I need to go continuously south, so for that... Should go back into the tunnel. F does not lead there, crap.
And then I came upon the part of the game I loathe the absolute most. The riddles. And I'll just show you why I hate them here.
Because... It's 3.
Pretty much. Of course, there were some good riddles, like this one. You are wrong.
Brother, let me break through this log. I'm gonna break through this. I'm annoyed.
Eventually, after many failed attempts, I finally figured out the answer.
Gauntlet.
This is one of the few riddles I actually figured out on my own.
It was Gauntlet.
How did I... The Staff of Chaos!
I'm saving.
And thus, I finally had the first piece of the Staff of Chaos. Yippee!
You were a fool to confront me, and now have paid the ultimate price. Even now, my servants go to fetch your mortal husk. You will serve me well through my years as Emperor. Once I have made you undead, perhaps I will even let you retain some of your memories, so that the price of your failure has meaning to you.
Why not just come for me yourself, you coward?
And then I died. Of course, since I was diseased, first time I tried traveling back, I kind of just died.
Because I excavated it. So if
I do not know who you are. But you have made a fatal mistake. Mere Sylvain and her feeble powers are no protection for you. I should have discorporated her when I had the chance. I will not make the same mistake again. I will use the same dream bridge that she uses, sending my minions across time and space. Already they arrive. Ones worthy of the attention you deserve. They will relieve you of the burden of the staff piece you now hold. Give it to them, and I will order your death painless and quick. Resist, and I shall see you in such suffering that you will grovel for the sweet release of death.
Of course, the people he sent were guys I could fairly easily dispatch of, so I wasn't too worried about that.
Why is there always a Tharn that's being a jerk? Time.
But yeah, in almost every game, there's always a Tharn. Well, not almost every, but pretty much all of the events in Elder Scrolls, all of the Elder Scrolls can all be built up from the Tharn family. All of the chaos, all of the problems can all be linked to the Tharn family.
Proceed along the center
And
path.
eventually, I had to go to Labyrinthium, which I was pretty excited. But
Second was
first,
Magras.
I had to complete a puzzle, get another piece to actually figure out where Labyrinthium was, to which I had to solve another puzzle.
Secret life forever held by 2 riddles.
By the way, I'm just going to tell you about these 2 riddles really quick. They are the dumbest riddles to ever exist.
Jagger.
Like, I can see why one of them was called the Dim.
Oh, goblins.
So anyways, I fought some tough guys like iron golems. As I moved through, as I fought golems, I met probably the enemy that I loathe most in the entire game. Say hello to the Hellhound. So yeah, these guys, they did so much damage so quickly that it was nearly impossible to beat them in the early levels. Unless I got close enough that they blew themselves up.
I am Brother Magras, the shade of this hall, cursed to its length.
And this is the dumbest riddle.
Find me the answer in the door I will call, but fail me once in your heart I will rend. More beautiful than the face of your god, more wicked than the daemon's forked tongue. Dead men eat it all the time. Live men who eat it die slow.
It up. How was I supposed to guess that? So yeah, but the answer was nothing. There was no answer. It was just flat out nothing.
That is not a riddle!
Quicker outrun. The second one was a bit better, but it was still kind of stupid. So I had to fight Cain, and just how I had to fight Magros.
What happens if I kill him? Does the door open anyway? Can I kill him? I want to kill him. That did
Both of them were pretty weak, as they are just standard wraiths. Yeah, this is another one I had to look up. And it's Hourglass. Hourglass!
Hourglass. Okay, I can see where he's getting that, but that isn't 2 bodies.
Test is most dire. Continue along this path, however, and you will face such things as to make your very
So yeah, in order to get the next piece of the staff, I had to go and fight these barbarians to get the piece to enter the next part of the thing to get the next part of the staff. But after I finally found the thing I was looking for. So to give you a bit of backstory on this whole thing, basically, the kingdom was haunted by this lady named Selene, who served the god of spiders, who is theorized to be a demi-prince of Mephala, who you will learn as the series progresses. Basically, she has been terrorizing, so that little jewel that I have my cursor over, basically, that was her heart. I needed to obtain that and give it to the kingdom so they could properly threaten her. And then I was able to go to the Elden Grove, the next place the staff. It was basically this foggy mess with a dungeon in it. And it wasn't really that hard, it was just kind of annoying. And eventually I got in there, I had to fight wraiths. It was really annoying. Also, I met an enemy that I really despise, the trolls. Because after killing them, you have to wait to make sure that they stay dead. Yeah, so the troll's gone. And eventually I found this one. Which, it makes sense when you hear the answer, but there is nothing else in this riddle that leads to it. Pause the video if you want. Try and guess what this is before you get the answer. This is as dumb as the one that the answer was nothing. I was thinking dawn, because the sun appears and then dawn approaches. As the sun rises, dawn approaches. That makes sense.
These
And
riddles are
if
stupid.
a thief is caught in dawn, they're seen and
I
then
don't
bam,
care
they're
that
caught.
there are wraiths here. Get out of my way and die.
It's not nice.
Why do you choose to align against me when it is obvious that I...
Because I don't care about you. At that point, I was a bit annoyed at Jagger, so I don't know what he said there. You can probably look it up if you want. I don't really care, honestly. I am a righteous warrior of righteousness, justice. Yeah. But yeah, to let you guys know, Guy, or the Eternal Champion, is, or our character throughout the entire Elder Scrolls series, is basically going to be the moral of moral. He's not going to murder, he's not going to steal, he's basically just going to be a nice guy who likes helping people.
It lies in the halls of Colossus.
So yeah, basically I had to go to this place called the Halls of Colossus, and after interacting with the locals, I was able to discern that the Hall of Colossus' location with the help of these wizard guys. So I had to go to the Temple of Agamanus and get the tablet to do it. So I had to fight these knights, all of them. I had to fight hellhounds, more hellhounds, and at this point, right before doing this, I actually went and got something called the Augma Infinium. So if you do not know, the Augma Infinium is a relic of the Daedric Prince Hermaeus Mora that essentially grants power to the one who reads it. Now you're probably thinking, wait, Guy is moral, why would he get a Daedric relic? Well, because the Daedra aren't exactly evil, nor are their relics. Guy doesn't particularly like the Daedra, but he is willing to use their relics if it means that he will be able to win. In fact, I was considering getting the Ebony Blade for the end of the run, but I decided against it, mainly because I didn't want to waste more time. Because I was just dashed at by 10 hellhounds. Basically, some of the fights were ludicrous. Like, I had to fight 5 hellhounds. Because if that were the case, then I'd be getting liches. Actually, my dad was incorrect here. It's not the tougher you get, the tougher the enemies are. It's the more you progress through the story, the tougher the enemies are. So if someone were to, instead of going to Fang Lair, just grab the Augma Infinium like 5 times, max out all their stats, then they would just wail through the earlier levels. Eventually, I finally got to the Hall of Colossus, where I found the dumbest puzzle out there. I had to find 6 keys, and I looked, and eventually I gave up, so I just made a couple spells that I'd never use. And with those 100 spells I'd never use, I also bought something called Pass Wall, which allowed me to do this. So yeah, it was very easy. I could just walk past it. I was free and happy. Lock made of gold. And then I found something that was even dumber than the nothing. A math equation. No numbers in said math equation. Okay, apparently it's 108. And because of the pass wall, the door was being kind of wonky. And I found a homunculus too. And then I found the next piece of the Staff of Chaos. Nice.
Tharn has begun in earnest to look for you, Crystal Tower. It was said that the southern tip of the Dragon's Teeth, which stretches from the ice-covered mounts of High Rock to the wooded forests of Valenwood, could be seen on the horizon from the top parapet of the tower.
It is obvious, whoever you are, that you are a cunning and worthy foe. Perhaps Rhea chose well, even if it was her last act. I will not insult your intelligence with further digression. My minions soon approach, but I will not consign you to the dark door of death. You have proven your worth. Once you are killed, I will raise you to fight for me as one of my servants. Give him to me now, and I offer you everlasting life.
Okay, so to give you a bit of context why Jagger says whoever you are while Rhea says friend, essentially, in the arena, you play as the ward of the captain of the Emperor's Guard,
who was also banished. So as the ward, you became friends with Rhea, which is why earlier she said that she would hide my presence. So essentially, yeah, she is hiding my name from him so he cannot tell who I am, because if he knew who I was, he would try and kill me with immense earnest. But because it's being hidden, he also underestimated me until now he has realized that I am actually a worthy foe. So then I also had to go to this place called the Crystal Towers. And let me tell you, that was actually one of the more fun places to get the Staff of Chaos from. But first I had to go through the Temple of the Mad God. So basically, for those who don't know much Elder Scrolls lore, I'm going to paint it pretty clearly. Hey, guy! Weird, you need to go to the Crystal Tower. Alright, sure. Well, we need you to bring us something for us first. Alright, where is it? Oh, it's in the temple of the most powerful Daedric prince in all the realms. Yeah. So... so I found many things like an Iron Maiden, Hellhounds, and this...
Getting attacked by a breakdancer.
Yeah, a breakdancer. And then I finally found the treasure room. Ah, yes. So I spent another long while to find another riddle.
And when it dies, it's just a piece of...
And this one was honestly just me being dumb, because I couldn't figure out.
Oh my gosh.
It was match. I thought fire, tree...
Dad!
But
It
no,
was match! Yeah!
Like that one, I was just disappointed with myself for not figuring out. Yeah, I love how we met. Yeah, I finally found the diamond.
That was one of the few riddles that
When I got to town, well, I'll just let myself say it. I said it pretty well.
Why is there a troll in the middle of a city?
Eventually, I got to the Crystal Towers, where I met, as you can read, a vampire.
Look at this dude.
Yeah, he has the goofiest face in the entire...
How did I kill a vampire? What the heck? Burn. So fire hurts the vampire. That's good to know.
And here I met the most demonetizing creature in all of the game. And I think you can guess why the fire
my
demon,
fists are stronger.
which is pretty much just a Daedroth. And then I found another riddle. And this one, I read it and my dad instantly knew the answer.
I was gonna...
But anyways, I had the next Staff of Chaos Shard, but Jagger took notice.
Enough spells to normally kill me. Yeah, but because I have enough health, I just survive and they die instead.
I've underestimated you. That is clear. You not only have defeated the useless creatures I have sent against you, but managed to survive encounters that in and of itself could be the
Of course,
stuff of
Jagger
legend.
never really considered
It is
that
sad
he
that
could
I am
just be
forced to
a
destroy
decent human
you.
being and he wouldn't have to destroy me.
For my minions arrive.
It's become a habit, congratulating you on your success. This is what I have found. The piece was sent to a place called the Crypt of Hearts.
Now, the Crypt of Hearts was basically just a crypt with a bunch of fancy imagery or something. I don't really know why it's a legendary base. So anyways, I found... Basically, to get there, I had to find a map that was stolen by this guy named Brother Barnabas. And he basically figured out the exact thing I had. Staff of Chaos, Emperor gone, and everything. No one believed him, so he went mad, ran and hid to try to find the crystal... the Crypt of Hearts, yeah. And as you can see by my screen, that didn't turn out too well for him. Anyways, I finally got to the Crypt of Hearts and battled a few homunculi at the same time, and then hellhounds, and I got my second fist fight with a demon.
It was Shadow.
And I saw another demon.
No. Just because I didn't get it doesn't make it smart. That was a dumb answer.
You have rejected my offer of everlasting life. Your list of accomplishments grows. You will not, however, accomplish the forging of the star. My forces are inexhaustible, and you will succumb. Prepare, for my servants arrive.
So at this point, Jagger was getting kind of desperate, he was irritated, and, well, I'll let Rhea explain.
Tharn is livid, scattering about the Imperial palace like a rabid dog.
He killed himself too.
So yeah, he was just being a little goofy boy.
Let me leave, let me go home.
And after a lot, I found the next tablet to find the next staff, but then, at this point, the game sort of bugged.
The Conclave of Baal. Excuse me.
And I'm sure you guys saw that. I saved. But
the quest.
the game, because the game bugged, he did see that I had it. So here is what happened instead. But I was a bit confused, wondering why the heck was he not picking up? I got the item, I'd come back to him. So I came back to the place thinking, oh, I must have died before I saved. So I went back, I got the item again, this happened.
You amaze me with your tenacity.
Yep.
This game,
I
however,
got the seventh piece of the staff
as you
through
may
some
already know,
random
the final
voodoo
piece
magic.
of the staff is in Dagother, in the province of Morrowind.
You
The
can really tell this game is
information
30
is
years
useless.
old.
For none know the entrance to the volcano. And even if you survive the creatures I have sent against you now, you will not survive its depths. I bid you farewell. You have been a most worthy opponent.
Well, I don't actually have the final... I don't have the seventh piece yet, so I don't know why you're telling me this now. Anyways... Oh, wait, what? Wait... Since when did I get the I think the game glitched.
Alright, so I'm just gonna tell you guys now, the final thing also messed up, so we're just gonna pretend that I did go to Dagoth because in Morrowind you also go to Dagoth, so I'm just gonna talk like I did.
I congratulate you on your success. Have you discovered, however, what I have known all along? The staff is drained of all magical potential. I did it myself before scattering the pieces across the realm. It is a useless stick, good for turning butter or rowing a boat.
Then why did you hunt me down for gathering it? Just act like it didn't exist.
And I will relieve you of any further burdens you may think to face. My legions await.
Alright.
Obviously, since I was entering the deathmatch of a lifetime, I had to repair my armor. And I finally went into the Imperial city. Wow, what an incredible
I have watched as you blundered your way to this
transformation.
place. At one time, I even considered approaching you with an offer to lead my Imperial guards. But it is plain that you are not worthy of such a position. Be not fooled by what you would call success
Brother, I'm
in your
being
journey
you.
across the Empire, for you have never faced a being as powerful as I. Your death shall be slow and torturous. A suffering that shall span the millennium. Come, I await you in the dungeons below.
So I had to fight demons, knights, iron golems, ghosts, more homunculi, more vampires, more medusas, and even a lich. I had to fight. As I went through the castle, I fought, I went down, I went further down, I fought wraiths, golems and monsters. Many beasts adorned the halls. Many beasts were very hard to fight, very hard to beat.
I wonder if Dinosaur can also work.
And eventually, I found it. A vault. And as I looked for the way through, I was looting the vault. Because I'd finally found it. I was looking for Jaggers. Or looking for the place when Jagger attacked. I fought him. But my sword had already broken, so I was using another blade. But that didn't work on him because he was too strong. So I healed and pulled out my fists. And I fist fought the most powerful mage of the third era. Or was it the second era? Anyways, I fist fought the most powerful mage, and I beat the crap out of him. But yeah, I basically just fought him, healed, It was basically the beginning of the game turned to the end, and it was the dumbest fight of my life. I fought him. It was the most epic boss fight of all time. And he had a lot of health. And arguably, he was weaker, not weaker, but he was easier to fight than the Liches, and I finally beat him. And knowing what I did about the game, I waited, and no enemies came. So I opened the door, and finally, I began the ending cutscene.
What? Wait, did I win?
And then I finally got the real final cutscene.
You
I
must
just gotta
not
say, that
the
is probably
jewel
one of the
of
most
my life
brutal
force.
deaths I have ever seen. Like, holy crap. Like, I just used his life to fuel this stuff, and he dissolved.
Uriel!
And then,
Thou art truly a child of the Empire. I thank thee for thy assistance. I have a particular idea as to the question of your service in mind. From this day forth, thou art named the Eternal Champion. From thy hand shall be dealt the needs of the Empire. I, Uriel Septim, true Emperor of Tamriel, do decree and thus make law. Arise, my champion, and take thy rightful place at my side.
yeah! You have proven yourself a worthy champion of the Empire, and such service shall not easily be forgotten. Hang not your sword above the mantle, nor place your spellbook on the shelf. Many such adventures still await your hand. This was but one chapter in the story of the Elder Scrolls! Yeah! I won!
With you died our...
So, that is it for Arena. So, this game was probably one of the most interesting ones I've really played in a long time. First of all, as a 30-year-old game, as I said, it really holds up. Like, there are tons of games nowadays with incredible graphics, incredible mechanics, but the actual game just sucks. Like, the story, like, there's no story. No interesting stuff. The combat is just boring. The objectives are just boring. This was actually a fun game. and it really holds up well. But yeah, I am playing... Next, we're playing Daggerfall. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, then please do consider liking and subscribing. It did take a very long time to record this video and edit it down, and heck, even edit this part of it. So yeah, thank you. Have a good day. Bye.